Welcome back to lecture. I believe this is the 8th one. Yeah. What did we learn last time? Wow, this is like amazing quietness, silence. What did we learn last time? Student? File. That's right. Imagine, right? You someone just give you a text file. And what we learned last time is that we have a list of people like Adele, 21 years old, Justin, 19 years old, right? Taylor Swift, maybe 23 years old, and so on. But imagine this is a text file. We want this to work in our, in our program, so we can do things with it. So I pretend these are people taking our class, right? So we call this, each of this is a person, right? So we learned that we can load data from file. And in Ruby, it's a bit ridiculous. It reads like English. File.open. So let's say we have this file called, I'll just have this file called, people.txt, right? So you can actually open the people.txt file. And then you actually can read it, right? Because you read it, you want to store it. And so this is more like our people data, right? And then it's, in Ruby, you can split by lines. But then we say, oh, Ruby give you this thing called, if you do dot lines, you get all the lines in the file. That's kind of cool. And then you do each, so you get one line at a time. So example of this line will be Adele and 21, right? So what we want is each time we read a line, we convert that into a person. So then we want to do something like person.new, create a new person, and maybe pass in that name and age. So in this case, Adele and age is a number. We don't know how to get this name thing. So we know this is the string, right? We need to do something with the string. So what do? So let's say this temporary result, if you split this list with a comma, right? Well, we know that there's in between here, there's a comma and a space, and you can also do this. It's a little cleaner to take out the space. Up to you, huh? Don't worry about it yet. So if you do this, what do you get? Temp will look like this. Adele and 21, like this, right? So you just converted a string into an array. Remember I say list and array, they are the same thing. Obviously, if you split like this, you will have a space there, right? Look at our string. So now I want to create this person, and to make sure it works, well, first I know I need to get name, so I'm just going to split it like this. Make sure don't forget the space here if you do that. If you change it to this, then it will fail, so be careful with your input. So then, last time I say it's like this, right? Don't worry. So let's just use CSV for now. So, okay, I need name and number. Now, since it's name and age, I need a local variable. If I run my file now, it will complain, what is name? Undefined local variable or method name, right? So, what is name? Name is temp, the first value. Yeah? Age is temp, what? The second value. And we know, okay, it's also the last one. It's the same because there are only two elements. Some people like to do it with dot first and dot last because it reads like, English, right? So okay, if you read...
Temp, meaning temp.
Huh? Yeah, temp is just any variable name here. So maybe I just call it, a row, temporary. It's just, tạm thời, right? Throw away. Because some people don't like this. What do you call this temp? Maybe you can call this, maybe you call this age, name and age. I just need some variables, right? So when you read it, maybe it's easier.
Why did you call it temp?
Huh?
Why did you call it temp?
Because I was so lazy. So maybe now I should. I call it temp because I say this is not something I need at the end, right? In the end, I just need it right now. Temp. So you can call it maybe draft. When you need to write something and then you trash it, throw it into the trash can, because you just need to write down, and then you maybe Jiho probably do this a lot, right? You talk to someone on the phone, you write down, and then you go to the computer and enter,
Yeah.
whatever is on that piece of paper that you're going to throw into the trash. This is temp.
Mm.
So I put it back as temp or whatever is here, name and age. Let me explain why it's trash too, right? I have name and age, okay? And dot last, and I have this person. So I have to close the do end block. Okay? So when you finish, all of these guys, name, they are all temps. They are all you just throw them all away. What do you want to keep? You want to keep this thing. Okay? You want to keep this person. How do you keep it? Each time you read a line, you get a new person, right? Or maybe student. I forgot what we call them. So let's start. Initially, we have, 0 people. So when you get this person, then you add this person to the people list or array. And then now, after this, you have add people, right? So I'm just going to write a comment here. Is now an array of the, an array of people objects. Sorry, not people, person object. People 0 will be Adele 21. People, basically, imagine at people index 0. This will be the same as this person, Adele and 21. Something like that. Because we read from this file. Of course, for this to work, we need to define that person class, right? Remember, we do person.new. How many arguments do we put in person.new?
2.
Def initialize. If you type this incorrectly, you always get, funny errors like it will only require 0 arguments. If you type like a lot of people type this, and then basically Ruby just ignore this method, right? Okay, you have a question?
If you do attribute accessor, do you need to do initialize?
Yes, attribute accessor, then you have to set it directly. If you want to set it via the .new method, then you have to do initialize. If you don't initialize, but let's say this person you may have, maybe this person has a attribute accessor gender, okay? The only way to do that is to assign this thing to maybe another temp variable, okay? And then you say temp.gender is female or something like that, right? You cannot pass female up here because I don't support that. So don't worry about this. You have this temp, and down here is this temp, right? But because you're writing the same thing, you throw away. So I just throw it directly in here, right? Person and what else? Name here. Oh, let's. You do this all the time, so maybe I can show you a cooler way to do it. Right? There is just a cooler way. If you want, Ruby lets you just do this. Then you're like, oh, okay, that's a bit faster. Right? You just read, oh, okay, name is the same as name. Age is the same as age. Alright. So this is how I get my people. Right? But I need to get it out. So imagine I have this thing called a classroom. I have a room full of people, right? But these guys, I have them in a def initialize. This is a file name. So then I can just use any file name. I change this to file name. And because I put it inside this initialize, I have to close it. And from the outside, can I get this at people variable, instance variable? No, right? I need the attribute reader people. So attribute reader people means you can read this instance variable from the classroom. So then you're like, okay, this is a bit much, right? No worries, I'm finishing here. I have this end, okay? So from now on, how do you use the classroom in your code? Classroom.new. What is the argument into new?
File.
It's a file name. Yeah? So people.txt. Imagine that. And now I can call this my class. Right? Outside here you can use instance variable or not. And then you can see the people in my class.people. My class.people, where does it go? First, my class, classroom.new people txt. What does Ruby do? You go into classroom, find the initialize method, and then this is file name is people. And then these guys say open that file. So you open that file up here. This is the file, you read the file. So now suddenly you have everything in one text. And the text is called data. So I know I'm going to read my data. I need to keep track of my people list. So I say, well, let's start with an empty list. And then I go to each line in the data. And then I do some string manipulation or string processing. Each line is a string, right? A string, what's the first string? Adele 21. What's the second string? Justin 19. What's the third string? Taylor 33. And then after you split that, then you can create new people.
Why do you use this?
Awesome. Great. Thank you for asking. No, so remember array? Array. So we have this is just adding a new element to an array. So remember we can maybe I can run it right here. Okay, let me just run a console. Remember Ruby as I can run Ruby, or this is interactive Ruby console. I have an array 1, 2, 3, 4. This is called the shovel. Well, you can just call it the push operator. If I add one number, what do you get? This is how A get changed. Okay? So there is also called push. It's the same. So when you have an array, you want to add something to an array. It's very common. You do it all the time. Then this is called pushing something to an array at the end. Right? Great. Thank you for asking that one. So we have people and push. So after here, basically, hey, I got everyone inside people. Does it make sense? So then when I finish running this, I can actually always come back and do the not people. Right? Of course, if you do this, it's not enough. You may have to say, I want to print the people in my class. So then you say, oh, dot each, and inside each here, I have a person. Right? And then here you can do puts blah 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 on that person. You can print each person. That's how you can check it. Yeah? And then you're like, I don't know how to print a person. Oh, okay, so maybe you can say person.display. And then in up here you can say, I will display a person, right? I will say this person has name and age. Then you can print. But don't be afraid. You have data, you can just go and print it. Okay? In my assignment 7, online, it's similar to this. It's not from file. I create a line of text. You don't have to try the file first. So the assignment is like this. I just say data is, let's say, Adele 1, press down here, again, Justin, 21, Adele 21, Justin 22, and Taylor 23. And I ask you, this is a string, remember? 3 lines. That's just a string. I'll save this file as a demo.rb. Maybe I put it in lecture8.rb. Okay. Alright, so it's a Ruby file. Then I ask you to write so that I can do it's like classroom.new data. Because I already read from file, so this is just text. So in your initialize, you don't need this line. You don't need to get open. You just pass data here. Just pass data up there. Cool, right? So I did not show you how to do the homework. You can still do that. If for those of you who haven't, let's see what we can do with what we learned to write a cooler program today. Okay? Are we ready? Do you need to take a break? So far, we just learned so much. Can you believe you understand this? That's crazy. This is like a lot to learn. And you actually understand this. Even if you don't, you pretended to nod your head, and everyone's nodding your head, and I'm really happy. Look at that! Did you think this last month, you look at this, you're like, how does it make sense? But now you're like, okay, that looks scary, but let's look one line at a time. Okay, classroom, okay. Right? So, let's try to build an application. If you want to, let's go one round here. If you want to write an application for yourself, what do you want to build? You can say, I want to build an alarm clock.
Yes.
You can say, I want to build a tool that cooks for me. All right? Anything. Okay? So choose something simple. If you don't want, you can choose something really complicated. Right? So what do I want to build? I want to build an application that asks me how much money I spend today. And then at the end of the month, it tells me how much money I spent that month. Okay? And it can be smart enough to say, hey Harley, you're going to spend 12 millions next month. I know you. And I say, why? And the app will say, because last year, in July, you spent that much money. I say, oh, that's smart. Hey, but you're wrong because I'm getting married, so I'm going to spend more this year. So of course, then I have to go to my application and make it better. Right? Or I pay someone else to do it. But that's my idea. I want an application that say, hey, how much did you spend today? I say 1 million. Then tomorrow I say, hey, you spent 1 million yesterday. How much do you spend today? Well, 2 million. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Okay, let's start. Who want to go first? This one. Alarm clock.
You read my thoughts.
There's one application. What do you want to build? Another.
Help me understand what I don't understand.
Okay, an application that help you understand something new.
Yes.
Okay, right, maybe like a dictionary or something that can Google for you.
Yeah. It Google for me and find out exactly the file have the much information.
But you go to the right place. So sometimes maybe it should go to YouTube. Sometimes it should go to Wikipedia, right? Sometimes it should just go to your email. Okay. Great.
I want to do a nutrition application.
Oh.
To calculate when will I
When do
have my
you?
skin?
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yes, something like
Very good. How do I live forever and keep my beauty?
Yeah, she might tell me she's.
You need a mirror, not an application. No, it's good. Fantastic idea. This is actually one of the, the things that make people rich. What is it? MyFitnessPal. This guy wrote an app to just calculate how many calories in the app. In the food you eat.
Yes.
And then you know what happened? He put it online, a very ugly website. And he just go there and put, instead of Excel, he say, what did you eat? How much calorie? Okay, so you say apple, and it's like 100 calories. You say orange, 100 calories.
But I have used some nutrition application and
Mhm.
I think that's not not easy to use.
Good, you can write a better one. Awesome.
I think it is better if I can scan a picture and it calculates
Fantastic, fantastic.
and it can make an input into the website.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's a good idea. And there are tools you can just use and hey, scan this for me and tell me what it is. And then you have what it is, like an apple. You tell, hey, go to Google and check how many calories this apple is. So you scan and you know immediately.
Yes.
So nowadays we can build applications like this. That's why we're learning the foundations, but you can really hope to build something like that. I think you can build that in 2 months later. You can start building something like that.
Did you say an application to tell you what you eat to make your skin whiter?
As an example, for example, if you know she knows the formula. Yeah, she wants me. I tell you, just buy a really good mirror. No, just joking. So it inspired me to share this story. My fitness pal, the guy, just just like me, he's getting married. He want to look good, so he just put some calories. It's a website, okay? It's saved to a database. So instead of opening your Excel file and enter the data, he go to a website, he build a website, and he enter that to save to his database. Do you know what happened? He tells friends about it, and they forget about it, and then suddenly so many people use it and just enter data in there. So after that, he just quit his job and then just look through the data to make it better. So he wanted to build an app to make it easy for people to enter the data. But a year later, there's no need to ask you to enter an apple and 50 kilocalories anymore. You know why? It's all in there already. So he has this huge database. Then his app could just be, what do you eat? I'll tell you everything you need to know. Because there's all this data that people already enter. You know, if 100 people enter the amount of data for Apple, most of them will be right. And you can take, you can give the predicted value. So it's cool. Of course, after that, he sold the company and he got rich. All right, your app idea. Anything simple. No ideal. Just like, alarm clock is one. So anything. Okay, that's okay. Think of something really simple, all right? So don't try to be perfect. I'm not gonna give you a grade on this.
Workout app.
Okay.
Workout.
All right. How does it work?
I don't know. It just tells me I need to work out.
So it's like an alarm clock, except instead of doing, it's like once a day. It's now like every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Did you work out yet?
I think he wants to build a workout app. It's work for him and he lose weight.
Yeah. I think you just need to buy a different scale. A stand on is, oh, look at me. I just lost 10 kilograms. All right.
I like singing, so I want to make an application that I can sing in different languages.
You can think in different language. So it's like that app. You put in your head and you can just say it in different. No, this is
So just for a famous song.
Oh, singing.
Yeah.
In different languages. Yeah, that's fantastic. So like you can enter a name of a song. It will display you the lyrics in different languages. Fantastic. Yeah, no, that's great. So by the way, right? Obviously, the next thing is called like neural link, right? Like, is humans also building something you can just attach to your brain, and then you can start thinking in different languages.
We cannot study code and we can improve outside.
Right. The problem is that if you don't study, if I give you this thing to attach to your brain, how can you trust me? You need some knowledge. like how does it work? You know, right? If then they say, well, just put it on, you become smarter. No. How does it work? Explain to me. And then that person, oh yeah, this will make you smarter this way. And you're like, no, that's not what Harley said. Agree, I disagree. It's wrong. Because we're learning at least we know a little bit more about technologies now. Not possible. 5-10 years time. But your app is entirely possible. So imagine a Ruby program, you enter a song, and it say what language you want it to be in, and it just display that for you, right? Maybe you can say play the song in with an audio program. It's possible.
You just for example, when you write down a title of the song, and which language you want, and then in English or German, it will appear.
Yeah, awesome. No, it's good. Really good idea. Then
Traveling nutrition.
traveling, nutrition,
The treasure. How about
treasure. Oh, it's like a treasure hunt,
treasure hunt?
right? Đi tìm kho báu.
No, traveling is treasure.
Oh,
Maybe that we want to let people know that travel is the benefits of traveling.
okay. So maybe the app, just asks you to maybe post some photos or say something nice about traveling. You can share with other people. When you say something and then whoa, Hong is in Taiwan, having fun with the sharks. Or the shark is having fun with Hong. So, treasure. No, it's good. So thanks. You want to go?
I want to make an app to help the other people pronouncing more better.
Learn more better. Excellent.
Pronunciation.
For example?
When I speak wrong, it can tell me which word I need to improve, and it can correct.
Great. So just like Elsa app, right? It's not free anymore. Okay. Alright, let's build an app together. Lloyd, what do you think is a simple app we can build?
Probably the alarm clock, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's not bad. So let me show you. Who here has a note-taking app? Do you have a note-taking app?
On the computer,
Yeah. What do you use?
I use Notepad.
Notepad? Anyone else? So I was going to show you. Maybe I can show you like a little bit like this. Okay. Look, this is my Apple Note app, right? So Harley's lecture 8 and blah blah. That Note they add this thing called the checklist. So let's say listen to Harley. Try not to fall asleep. Right? Don't think about food. Something like that. And then if you can think of, if you finish, if you find that it's easy, then you just check it. And then if you have all checked, then you feel really good. It makes your brain feel good, right? It releases the hormones that make oh man, I have everything done. Great. So this happens all the time. Look at this lecture thing, right? Any tool you actually see, for example, here, remember how to build a class, right? How to maybe load from data from file, right? How to run, just understand each do and syntax. So you can build this to-do list and then you just basically say, I check it and it's done. Okay? So maybe let's think about something else like this when you go home. Let's say my shopping list, right? Your shopping list will be what? Stop by 7-Eleven, right? And then something else like maybe don't get lost. I don't know. Buy 2 apples. Then buy toothpaste. and then hire a chef, and then you have dinner, right? And then basically we're gonna build a to-do list app in Ruby. Would that be cool?
Yes.
All right. So anything we all can think of. It's cool. All right. So we all let's open our laptop here, and I want you to create maybe in your we in the Ruby folder, right? This folder. Maybe you can create a new folder here. Whoops. Uh-oh. Is this one? Uh-oh. Yeah. Open that Ruby folder, right? Can you all do that? You have a folder here. But maybe let's create a new app. So I have too many things in here already. So I like to clean them up. So maybe a new folder here. I call it lecture 8. Or maybe I have this to-do app. Okay? To-do is the name of my app. So I create a folder. I call it the to-do app. This is a folder, right? So you can go in here. Can we all try that? How do I, yeah, I can probably, can we all create a new folder called to do? Do you have it? Can you guys do that on your computer? Okay. Then, inside this to do, you create a new file. Maybe I can call this, I don't know, app? What should we call the file name? Maybe I call it todo.rb, okay? Is that okay? todo.rb. So todo.rb in this to-do folder. Create a to-do folder, excellent. So it's empty folder, so go there and then click this file. Great, todo.rb, fantastic. So you have that, but I don't like looking at too many things here, right? I think there is another way, maybe go to folder or something, open. It's a bit funny, but you can actually click open, and then go into that folder, to-do folder, and open only that, okay? So you can close the other one. Go and open the to-do folder in Visual Studio Code, okay? So yeah, it goes there. I think it closed. Okay, this is good. I only have one file, right? That's it. Note that you can, you can right click and you can go to where it is on your laptop, but I want you to have something really clean, okay? An empty to-do file and inside a to-do folder. Excellent. No need to create the to-do. No need to select this. Just click open. It will open the whole folder. Okay, let's see. Open folder. Maybe you have this, right? The to-do folder. Select folder. Okay. So now it's very clean. Go to open folder. Select folder. Double click there. Double click to do. Great. Now select folder. You have an empty folder with this one file to do. We all there? Great. So go here. With a Mac, you just have to, and just that. Don't click anything. Just click. If you click on a file, it will just only open that file. If you click a folder, it will open the folder and you only see what's inside it. It's very clean, right? Oh, good? Yeah?
I don't know. I couldn't figure out how to do the pseudo when I downloaded it.
Okay. So, go to what? How to do what?
You want this project folder to only have two.
Yeah. So, where is the file folder? File here, open folder. And then type, go in there to do, click there. That is it, and then okay. So then you only have one file. Perfect. Open the parent folder. Are we good? So I want to do one more thing. I create a new file here. Maybe I call this readme. Alright. readme.txt or something, right? I just do this for me. Everyone, readme.md. Yeah, MD is short for Markdown. But don't have to worry about it yet. Just do MD. It's a text file, except it can look a little interesting. You have a file readme.md. So I now in this file I just say to do app, right? My to do app. And I encourage you to use this. This is like a header, right, for Markdown. But don't worry, just type what I type here. My to do app. Can you nod your head so I can continue? We have the readme. Remember that? Control B or Command B, in your computer if you want to do what I did here. Okay, B. All right. So if you want the whole screen, it's okay. You don't need to. But on my computer, all right. So it just this line is important. So I use one pound. Okay, and then down here it can be any text. That's called the heading.
I was gonna say, does VS Studio have Markdown preview?
It does.
So that when you open it a certain way, it looks different.
But yeah.
Don't say.
Then we save it for the Christmas surprise. No need to.
Okay.
All right. So what do we want our app to do? Imagine this. Okay. Imagine if I on the terminal. We'll just run it from the terminal, right? From the terminal, on the terminal. You know what a terminal is? Remember the terminal? Terminal? Command, control, backtick. We all can go here. So control backtick, go back, control backtick. Can you all do this? Can you all do this? On your computer? Oh. Control backtick. There you go. Yeah? Last time we are able to run Ruby from it, right? You okay? So in the terminal, we have something interesting like on a Mac, you can type ls, or on Ubuntu. On Windows laptop, type, dir, not the, and then it will list the files, right? And right now, you should only see two files, readme and to do. Is that okay? So there are a lot of things in here, but you learn that this is one command. What if, yeah?
Okay, and this in Windows LS.
No, dir. Yeah. It's cool, huh? Then you can see the files. Okay? Great. So now I want to type something like, I want to type like to do. Oh, wait. How does it know? Let's type to do. Okay. I say to do, and then it will just show me what I need to do. Right? So I type to do, it will just show me maybe the list of things I want to do. And then when I say to do, add, buy milk, then it will add that I need to buy milk. Does it make sense? So it's like an app on your phone. When you go to the home page, you see that you see a list of items to do, an app, and then you tap on something to finish it, or you can add a new item to do. To finish it, maybe you say to do complete, complete 5, like the item number 5 on your list. Maybe that's shorter to type. Okay, that sounds a bit crazy. It's something like this. I will be able to add, view my to-do item. Then I type something like to do, just to do. Okay. How do I view something like add a new to-do item? And I will type something like to do add buy milk. So I will need to buy milk today. Let's see, what else should I do for my app? Finish something, doing something, right? To do, complete, maybe number 2, right? Number 1, right? So this is finish doing the first item. So type, follow along. What else do we need to do? Maybe delete?
Move items.
Okay, so remove to-do item. So we don't think about it anymore. We don't like to do that. So then we just say to-do, maybe remove what? Like a number, right?
Which line we want to remove? We find the number.
Yeah, we just type the number. So you only know this number after you type to-do. So this is like, if I have this, then maybe from tomorrow you will go in here and then start, keeping track of like, oh, wake up at 7 to do, and hopefully you like it enough that you go to your computer and then to do complete one, which is waking up. So I'm showing you how to think about building a product. I just write 4 things I need to do to build this to-do app. What is that okay to start?
I don't understand the to-do line in the timeline.
Yeah, so right now obviously it doesn't work. We need something like this. We just want to say Ruby to do .rb. Okay, let's run it.
And we take the action.
Yeah. So it will be something like that. So for now, don't worry about this one, right? We say Ruby to do .rb. And then here will be Ruby. This is the long way to type it. Ruby to do .rb and then add note, something like that.
So we're gonna learn how to type in to do, and that's the same thing as double clicking, right?
Yeah. Oh, you running a file. Ruby to do .rb. So don't worry about it. I will show you how to do the right this way. So let's do the first task. Ruby to do.id remove one. Okay. So maybe I make this text file look like a to-do list. I need to write. Does it look like a checkbox to you?
Yes.
Does it look like a checkbox to you? How? Just like you check, and then if you finish, you type like ta-da, ta-da. Then our program will be finished, right? Completed. So for now, I just keep it very basic like that. Okay? So I will show you how to do it, the first part, and maybe you can go home and complete it. Let's do the first thing. Ruby to do. Okay? Alright, so I go down here, Ruby to do .rb. Why is it empty? You don't see anything. Because the file is empty. It's an empty, but it's a good Ruby file. It's perfectly okay Ruby file. Yeah? Everyone? It's okay here? Ruby to do, and then you up here is nothing? Alright. So let's say, welcome to the to-do app. Yeah? Maybe. And then I save it and I run this. Welcome to the to-do app. That's cool. Okay. So I'm going to say, well, that's not cool enough. I need to build an app, a real application. So I have maybe this to-do app. This to-do app, maybe I have a class to do. Okay? I have a class to do and initialize. I need no argument, just leave it like that. Okay? But now I put it inside this to do like that. Okay? Now look at that, and if it run this, Ruby to do, what happens? Nothing. Why? Because I need to run it, right?
We haven't.
Right, so I say to do.new. Okay, so my code now. Did I save? Oh no, I didn't save. Welcome to the to-do app. Is that okay? You okay with this? Oh, you have to go to the to-do.rb. But now, maybe it's not a good idea for you to all type, because I will need to go a little faster. I want you to do this first. Go to to-do.rb and write. Oh, nice. Awesome. Great. Awesome. Great. Do this. Wow. Super fast. Fantastic. You all can get to-do.new. Welcome to do app. To remove the first puts. So far, we still understand that this is okay, right? Okay. So let me show you. Maybe after you do to-do.new, what should I do? List the items. Yeah? So I have def. Okay? Maybe I will list the items. Is that okay? I will list all my to-do items with my checklist. Okay, so how do I list it? Maybe it's a list, huh? So I will, maybe I have something, I have an item. Maybe at this point I can just say 1, 2, 3, right? Task 1, task 2, task 3. Task 1, task 2, task 3. Okay. So I have 3 tasks. And let's say this is my list. Maybe this to do, I call this display. That's better, huh? And then how do I display it? At list.each do. I want to do 1, 2, 3 too with index. So this will be item index. You want to display item plus 1. Okay. And then the
next one.
oh yeah, thank you very much. So no, you guys are not sleeping. It's good. So I don't like Ruby 4 spaces. So let's do 2. All right. If I do this, a display method, then how do I call it? I will say now my to do is this, and I say to do.display. Okay. So if I run this now, can someone help? To one end. There's one extra end. Welcome to do app. Then I have something like that. Not bad, right? Okay. But wait, are we done? Is it good? Initially, I have no to-do items, right? Hey, maybe I can read from file. That's cool. Like, sometimes you wanted to make it fast. You want to make it nice. So maybe I read from file. So I create a file called, what should I call it?
Task.
All right. Maybe I just call that, task. I call it item here. So maybe my to-do data. I don't know. Maybe I'll call it to-do data. Okay. To-do data. Is that okay? It's a data file. And in this data file, let's just say 3 tasks. We want to make breakfast. So we say buy milk, buy eggs, and then, fry eggs. And then you say eat. Maybe I have 4 tasks. And then you're in the breakfast, while you're eating breakfast, you can say to do, complete 1, complete 2. Is that okay? So someone create me, you can create a to-do data file. Okay? Now I want to Ruby to-do should display my 4 tasks. Hey, that's simple. We can do that, right? Can we do that? How do we do that? We need to tell this page now. Okay, it's getting a little fast, so once this is now, you don't have to follow on the computer, okay? Just focus on this. Until this point, you understand this file? Okay? And you see I'm displaying the 3 tasks like this. Up to here, it's okay? If you want me to...
So, when we would invest that one.
Oh, index plus 1 so that when we run, because index is 0, 1, 2, but when we display to human, we want 1, 2, 3. Thank you for asking. Awesome. No, really, because sometimes we forget. This is a very important question to ask. So, thanks for checking that. So, let's say I want to type this and I want to get the to-do data. That's cooler. So, I'm going to try to do it. Remember our exercise? I need to do .data somewhere, right? Maybe I put it in initialize file name. Yeah? Okay? And then, well, if I run now, it will crash because it say, I don't know what your file name is. So I say, hey, maybe you read it from todo.data, right? Something like that, but it has to be in a string. Okay? Something like that, right? But maybe you're like, my file is always in to-do data, okay? I don't care. Keep it here. Alright, let's just go in here and just load the file, right? So my file will be file.open to-do.data here. And you don't want the argument, right? I like to keep it out, but maybe it's okay. Do you understand there are two ways to do it? Okay, my way to do it is I want file name here. And let's change this to file name. Is that okay? And down here we need file name, right? But you can also say, hey, if you don't give me file name, I will just read from todo.data. So this is called the default argument. We have seen it before. Right? Default argument. Are we good? Alright, you have the file name, so now there's no need, maybe you welcome like that, and then you say, what? What do you say next? You want to read the items. So then you have file.read. After you read, you get this. Right? So after you read, then you want items dot, well, maybe this is your data, right? And in data.each do, that is line. Okay? But this is simple. Each line is one item. Yeah? So maybe I say items. Look, item is empty. And then items, you insert the items here. I love it. Everyone's nodding your head. This is cool. So you don't need this list anymore. You call this items. Items. Items from there. Okay? Alright, let's try it. Uh-oh. I want dot each. What happens? Items data dot lines dot each. What?
I was just wondering where lines was.
Oh yeah, you should have stopped me. I'm just checking if people are awake. Look at that. Welcome to the to-do app. So maybe I want to make it very nice, so I print something like my app is a very fancy, it's beautiful, right? And then you say down here when you say display, you say here are your tasks. To do items for today, something like that. Maybe this is too long and then you hate the app, but it's looking okay. And then sometimes you don't want to run the program, and you say smile, and then wash dishes. You save that and run down here. Look, oh that's cool. But what if I want to say Ruby to do add, or I can even say plus, something kind of cool. So I just say add. Go to work. Maybe this is that would be cool, right? Or maybe you say remove or delete. Remove, 5 because today you don't want to smile. Then you just remove 5. But because you can't remove, you already accidentally smiled. You guys are smiled, so I just maybe I say complete 5. Right? And then this also. Right? Go away. Maybe then you can say, show me done. Right? Show me done. Like, show me the items I finished doing today. That will be cool. Yeah?
But the then commit and it not it just only for the to-do list, right? Or any type of
To-do list. Yeah, this is in to-do list. And each of this is the text data. Yeah. So a to-do item we only have these are the item, right? We call this item. Lawyers call them task. That's the same. Now this item, you say your question is
The finish complete and
correct.
is just for the list.
Correct.
Test, right?
For the item, not for the list.
You could say that the list is done. You could.
Yeah.
You're just making it more complicated.
Right. So I call the whole thing a list. I may have more than one list, but look, this is not enough. I want if you imagine you wrote this on paper, what do you do when you finish it? You sort of doing this, right? It's it's like some people actually don't like that. Some people just write a check. They will be like, yeah, done, right? There's a letter B, tick tick. Some want to say like tick that at the end. Some even write done, right? Yeah. So what do we choose? It's our data file. What style is easier?
With the line. Check.
Maybe this. So let's say if anything I do is this, okay? That's a to-do list.
No.
Huh? But if it's done, maybe you change it to this. I don't know.
Change the color.
The
Oh, this is a text file. So
text we put the line in the middle.
it will be very difficult to read, right? Yeah. What if I want to use like that would be very interesting because what if I have the word like what's a hyphenated word? World class. Training, and then there's already this hyphen. So let me do something really simple. If I start a list with this, then an item with this, it means this item is not yet done. Okay, we need to agree on something that's already done. You cross it. So maybe this one. Can we agree on that? Maybe. Yeah. All right. Let me just print this right here. Okay. Look. Print, and then when I run this Ruby to do, hey, look, not good. I only want to show these guys. I don't want to show wash dishes. Okay. So how do I do that? I go to do. I need to know what are my items. So that I haven't done. So this is not enough. Dun is not enough. So I need a new class called item. Okay. And then down here, item.new. Look at that, item.new. So now my items are item objects. But then I go down up here and initialize, this is my, item text maybe. Let's just call it text, right? This text looks like this. It's either this or, text. I'm just commenting, right? Text can be like that or text can be like this one. That's my text. Okay, that's cool. I need something to do with item. So maybe this item has an attribute. When you have an item, you can check if the item is new or done. Right? So maybe we call it done ? Something like that. Check, huh? Let's say F done ? Is that okay? So then if we say, look, okay, that's done ? And then down here, then you can say, when you say, here's your to-do item for today, if item.done, then you don't do anything. Then, maybe you skip it. Don't do anything. Don't print else, then you print. Okay? Does that make sense? But right now, all the items are done. So I say, well, if everything is true, let's go down here and run. I have no items. If all items are false, and I run, then everything is an item. Okay, so obviously now when you print item here, you may have to do item dot what? Name. Maybe what do you call it? Item name? Maybe description, summary, title. Name is okay. Maybe item title, yeah. It's not really a name. You know, buying milk is a title, right? Maybe that. Maybe item dot text. I don't know. Okay, item dot title. It means we need this to be a title. Let's look at it again. All right. I want this text. I want to split this. The first character, this text, the first character in this string is either a plus or a minus, right? Do you agree with me? So then maybe I will store this as I will store this as maybe status. Maybe status is a good word. Yeah, status will be minus or it should be plus or minus. Go back and check, plus or minus. So I get the first character should be plus or minus. That's cool. Now I will call this item, did I say title? Title. It will be everything from the first character, second character, the third character to the end. So maybe I say text from the second character, 0 and 1, I don't need, all the way until the end. Huh? Maybe? Okay, so, and I can say, well, I want the outside to know as well. So I should add status and add title. So then I say add status. Oh, no, not address, attribute reader status and title. So if this is done, what is done now? Status is the same. If status is plus, then it's done, no? Yeah? Sure? Alright, let's see. I run it now. Here are the to-do items for the day. You see the title thing here? And you see the numbers here, but you don't see wash dishes. So let's say I go here and finish eating. I save this file and write down here. How many items will you see? 4. Oh, okay, that's cool. Except it's a bit bad, no? 1, 2, 3, 5. Let's fix that. Alright. How do we fix that? How do we fix that? Items and here. How do we fix that? You see, the only problem right now is the index, right?
We don't use index anymore.
We don't use anymore. So maybe I want something like, undone item. So remember, done is the plus, undone is, or like new, right? Undone is minus. I call it undone because maybe you have a task from yesterday or 10 years ago you did not finish, like find an amazing husband, and then the task is still not done because some tasks is just difficult. So okay, so undone item, something like that. Okay, it means I need a little more now. What do? I define a list, a to-do list. So I have item here. I will define a list. Okay? And in this list, in a list, maybe I can have attribute like undone item. Maybe attribute like done item. Something like that. Of course, maybe you don't need attribute reader. Just do like def undone items. I don't know, See? And then done items. Is it okay? Yeah? In this list, when you create a list, what do? You maybe pass in the list of items, everything. So, hey, cool. I have a list of items. So maybe I just store everything into items. Yeah? You want to read this out, you can just do attribute reader items. Okay? Wait, so when I write this, does it make sense? I don't use this yet. I just use list, okay? A list can have many items. So in my to-do app, I would say list. Now I don't need items anymore. I say list is maybe list.new. Down here. List.new items. So my list has item. Is it okay? So I don't need this item outside. So I can just say, hey, new items. I don't need instance variable. But hey, I have my list. It means down here when you display, you say list.undone item. But I haven't written that, so you just have list.items. So what we're doing here, the to-do app is just going to the list and say, hey list, give me the items. After today, you will be, hey list, give me the undone items. Next time you say, hey list, give me done items. Show me, make me happy. So display, now I will try it here. Look, I try it here. Everything will be the same. What I just did is that I wrote my code. All the logic is in this list, right? So let's say undone items right now is items. Okay? And then I show down here undone item. Then what do you think will happen? The same? Same, right? But what I want to do is everything is already undone. So delete, 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 delete. Is that okay? I want to print only the undone items. But right now I print everything. Does anyone know why? Because my undone item is a little...
It's all the ones.
It's just all items.
Yeah. How do we fix this?
Check the
Item.
Mm-hmm.
check the status.
Yeah. So there is a method. Dot.
It's like that.
So remember each item is like this. This is the first item. What is that item? Buy milk. This will be the same, right? That is items. Then you can see if you can check if that item is done or not. Then it will check. It will check this character. So there's a method called. You all learn map. Do we know how to use map? Do we remember map? Dot each. Maybe let's do dot each. Yeah, let's dot each for now. And so I will call this, maybe I'll just call it temp again because I'm lazy. But maybe I can call it undone items, right? But so let's say I want to go through the list and remember only the items that are not done. So initially empty, okay? Item.each. Inside each item, if an item is done, then don't do anything. Okay, else, then what do I do? Temp, I put it to temp. Okay. Yeah? So what am I doing here? I will say this is my basket. It's like, I'm done. Right? What are the new ones? And I go into each item. If that item is done, then, well, I don't take it. If that item is not done, then I put it in temp. That operator again. So I will look at buy milk. Yes, put it in. Buy eggs, yes, put it in. Fry eggs, yes, put it in. And then, what is the done one? Smile. When you see this, eat. You see eat, do you put it in? Do you put minus eat in? Not minus, plus eat in. Will you put this in? Why not? Done is true. Why is done true?
First name is plus.
Hey. So so now you understand that even though my list has items here, but my list is also smart. It can also tell me what undone items are. Right? Now, because you don't want to write this, that looks a bit funny. Who knows how to write shorter? Who knows?
Ternary upper.
Yeah. So who knows how to write shorter? Maybe you can have undone and then this can be done, no? Undone or new or what is it? What's undone? Yeah, undone means not completed, right? So I need a new method here called undone. Không phải undone, huh? So what is this? You can say undone when this is not, okay? Or you can say not done. And you need the question mark. So in Ruby you can, oh, it looks a bit funny, right? Our friend will be, what code are you writing? Why is there exclamation mark at the front and then a question mark at the back? This is just the method here. Undone just means not done. Alright. Are you ready to test? Let's test this, right? Undone items, I shouldn't call this, whatever, I call it temp here so you understand. I need to put this at the bottom here because I need to return the value, the list. If I don't, line 32, it will return items. Not good. So, alright, guys, look. To do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The index works. And let's go and finish something. I finished buying eggs. I finished buying eggs I did hit here, save it. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's not too bad. I think my app is it's magic, right? What if you start having this really long list, let's say, what if, wait, why is it not working? Whatever. So what if after today you start having so many like this, right? You want to be able to display what you need to do in a, you don't want to look at this list. This list is too much. So it's nice to have a program, right? Okay, plus minus. So what have we learned? We save this list. Try it again. What have we learned? Why is this number 7 here? I have a blank line, 2 blank line here. Yeah. So just remove it. Yeah. Okay. We can fix that later. So what have we learned? We defined a class called item. And then in that item, you have a status, which is my plus or minus. Maybe you don't need that status, right? You have the item title and then item done or not done. You have another class called list. In this list, the list has all the items, but the list can tell you, do you have undone items and do you have done items? Oh, wait, I haven't finished done items. I haven't implemented this, okay? So I just put to do here, yeah? So now the exercise is, let's take a break, and when you go back, just brainstorm how we implement done items. What if I want to see how, what have I done, right? So I will type this to be done, and then when I press enter, I should only see buy eggs, eat, and wash dishes. Right. Let's take a break.